welcome. Now today I'm going to be reviewing the Specter muscle car cold air intake setup with the low profile plenum hat. Now this is what the kit came with. The kit came with the 4-inch low profile polished plenum and this 45 degree ish 90 degree elbow. It's kind of got some curves in it. Now this is going to go onto a 3rd gen F-body Firebird. Now the kit did come with one clamp, but unfortunately guess what? That's all it came with. No stud, no air cleaner nut to hold this down, no air filter. So to complete this setup, I am running Summit's 45 degree tube here. And this Canon filter. Now you'd expect from the price that this was come with one of their filters and another tube, but this is the bulk of the price, unfortunately. And if you're looking for something with the show car finish, this is not it. Now, I've repolished the top edge to make it look better, and unfortunately, well, that's what I did. That's the way it came. Did not have a very good shine or finish on it, and if you look closely, if you can, there's a bunch of pits in it, so you need a lot of work to make this look better. So if you want a show car, this is not the way to go. Okay, so here's what I got installed on the car, and to be honest with the review here, I'm disappointed in the kit because it sucks. Now there's part of the elbow that came with the kit. Here's the other part of the elbow. I cut it because the way the angles are set up and the way you can put it, it just kept getting in the way. So that's what I did. Also, I had to add a 1/4 inch spacer here to actually clear the accelerator pump and actually allow the throttle to go all the way back. It's still a little tight, but it goes all the way back. But only after I added a 1/4 inch spacer here. Without it, the accelerator pump wouldn't work. Now, the other issue is clearance from here to the tall valve cover. Now, without that on there, you're fairly close, and you get closer if you don't have a spacer. So that's something else to keep in mind. Supposed to be a low profile design for hood clearance. Ends up you're adding more height. So that, and then the tall valve cover is something to watch out for, along with PC valve and clearance. Now I ended up spending more money to get my air filter away from here, because if I just used the tube, of course it's been cut, that it came with, my air filter would have been somewhere a little bit lower than that, above the headers, which would just do nothing but suck in hot air constantly. Not a good idea. So I ended up buying 2 pipes from Summit, obviously the 45 I started with, and a little short straight one to come off the angle that I cut this way. And now I'm thinking about cutting this here, drilling a hole down here, and dropping the air filter through there, completely out from under the engine bay. Don't know yet, here or there, just cut it and put the filter there. But there it is. Let's see, it's not the greatest. It's really overpriced considering I had to, really for what you want, you need to buy more, unfortunately. So, okay, so I ended up actually having to run a 1/2 inch air cleaner spacer under the plenum hat in order to actually clear the accelerator pump. And that takes away from the low profile design. Of course, the elbow that it came with had odd angles, and I just had to end up cutting it so that my air filter was further away from the headers and I didn't run into interference problems against any other thing under the hood, which ended up happening with the elbow intact and me trying to run the 45 or the other straight pipe somewhere. It just didn't work out. Now, of course, I have the adapter plate and the air cleaner spacer, so I clear 12 valve covers. May not be able to without that. That intake is technically an RPM, so it's a little bit taller than stock, not much taller. So maybe if you had something like a Victor, it'd be a bit taller and it may help. But yeah, for the price, that plenum hat is not worth it. It's pretty well overpriced in my opinion. And you have to buy extra couplers, the tubing, and an air filter. That adds up. Now, wanting to keep stock hood, understandable, but that kit's just pretty pricey for what it is. I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, thanks for watching.